Well, guys, I got a lot done today. I've been out here kind of going cuckoo to get things done. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And it's 2 o'clock already. Holy mackerel. And I got out here about 10. So, I just put this back up because I want to get this done. What was I doing today? Well, to give you a quick rundown, I ran another cat internet cable to another laptop I have out there that I use. It was hooked up wireless, but it was a little slow every time. So I decided, let me just tie another cat in. So it took me 20 minutes to drill a hole, only because I couldn't get to it. And every time I went through, I couldn't find it. I said, well, this is crazy. Where's my comb? That's crazier yet, not having my comb. So, I says, one more time. And that one more time, after 3 attempts, finally got it. But I kind of had to watch it a little bit because I was drilling in behind a bunch of radios with wires, so I had to keep putting a plate back there so that I wouldn't drill into the radio. And it was driving, I blew a computer up with because of it. The USB, the computer works, but the USB blew. And at that point, I found out one day because one of the hot jumpers that I was working on hit the table, which was not a big deal, and it sparked. I said, whoa. And then I'm looking, well, the ground's not touching anything, so why am I getting voltage through that? Put the meter on it, sure as shit, I had DC ground coming through the top of the table saw. Come to find out, a diode had blown in the wind turbine, and because I had the wind turbine kind of running through the 12 volts, and also coming through the other end to charge up the system, the batteries, through the charger, and then needless to say, somewhere along the line it had a connection, and the diode blew, and it didn't just blow open. When it blew, it shorted one side out, and the next thing I knew, I had voltage on the table saw. So that's why I say I like to make sure, because you never know what's going to happen when it comes to electricity. So I want to get this cut off here now. So I'm hoping this knife is sharp enough, which it should be, but you never know. You never know. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that worked. It worked. Now this one isn't the rubber piece that I bought on the roll. This one is actually a little heavier. I don't remember what I bought this for. But whatever it was, I'm glad I saved this little piece because it came in handy. So the wife had gone shopping real quick, and I just called her and she says, I'm at the Dollar Tree. What? Now yesterday, she put an order in at Aldi's, I think it's pronounced. Never really paid attention, so I couldn't tell you for sure. And they delivered it the same day. She put it in about 10 in the morning, and at 1 o'clock it's here. $4 for the delivery, plus 10% on a tip. Well, you always give a little extra on a tip. Yeah, I mean 10%. You know, it's okay, but that just about covers the fuel. Now I'm sure, I hope that the store or the company is giving the guys or girls that deliver some. All right, so wife's home. That's the start. Now, I do want to put something on this to help protect it a little bit. The problem being is I don't have any more stain. I'm going to tell you though what I do to make a change. Now what I can do, I just thought about it here. Let me see. Like that. Whoop. Should I knock that down again? How many times am I going to knock this down before I decide to do something with it? What's this? If I can find a, see, this is latex. So I really don't want to use latex. I got an oil base, but it's black, which if I really dilute it, I guess it would be okay. It's for metal, concrete, plastic, masonry, cardboard, wood, binga binga banga boo. I got it from Tractor Supply. It's one of those all-purpose enamels. There's not that much left in here. So if I put enough thinner with it, it'll become a dark stain, a blackish kind of stain. I don't have any other color up there that I can, oil base that is, that I can mix with it to change the color a little bit. And I have no color. I should pick up a couple of tubes of color. This here way, if I wanted to, I could take, the white paint and I can just make my own color. But I don't think of it anymore. How much is in there? Yeah, there's not that much in there. So you know what? Well, I really don't need to do it all. But you know what? It'll be a good primer for everything. So screw it. Got enough in it. Black primer isn't all that great to have, but it's going to serve my purpose now. And I can throw it away. Now this should soak right in and dry up nicely. That's all I'm looking for it to do, is to give me something inside the wood. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be a pain in the ass to keep clean. I'm even going to use a rag to put it on with. I don't think I'm going to use anything. Oh, I do have a sponge. One of those sponge brushes, which I don't care for, so maybe I'll use that. I had some white. I separate this a little bit, add a little white to it, but I haven't had any white oil base. Or do I? Wait a minute. But I don't. So, let me get that sponge brush. It's still over here. There it is. Don't expect much for the color of black. Black is black. but it should soak in a little bit. So I think I got it thinned enough to where I should be able to see the threads. Yeah, I can see the threads on the wood. The grain. I'll tell you, Jem, Bud as well, but more so Jem. Uh, she wants to spend all her time outdoors. That's all there is to it. Outdoors, outdoors. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, it's Tucker and it's Jem. Are you chasing your boyfriend around? Huh, Tuck? So listen, bitch. I don't mind having you hanging around as a bitch, but I need my own space. Anyway, I was talking about Jem. We closed the gate to the yard, but they still have access to the kennel 24/7 through the dog door. So they can come in and out of the house, go in and out, they can do whatever they want to do. Well, we closed the gate, like I said, to the yard, basically with sunset, so as the days get longer, the gate will be open more. But meanwhile, where I was going with this is, she wants to go out there, even though we're all going to bed. She wants to go out in the kennel and lay in that little thing well, it's not a little thing. I was going to tear it down, but now I got to redo it because her and Bud use it. So what I have to do, especially in the bad weather, I don't want her out there in the bad weather. She wants to be out there though, but I don't want her out there. And then once they get their doggy treats, their smorgasbord before bed, they get a handful of different types of treats. Not just one, they get a smorgasbord or a poo-poo platter, whatever you want to call it, before bed. And then they'll all lay there in different parts of the house and enjoy their poo-poo platter. And then, yeah, see, that's not looking too bad now. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. See? Okay. Now, what do I want to do with this? Well, I'm going to seal it up and keep it, but I'm deciding on what I want to do with this sponge. It ain't worth saving because it's going to fall apart on me anyway. I'm just trying to dry the sponge off on this piece of wood over here. I got a piece of 4x8. That's about, I don't know, a little over, that's about 40 inches. Yeah. It's starting to break through, so no sense keeping it. And this, I'll let it dry before I do anything with it. Now, seal that off. Let me find the old, there it is, the old rag. Put it over that. Put it over that. Let me get Bertha. Come on there, Bertha. I should use the floor. I'm gonna have to whack this one a couple times. Only because the rim is a little crappy, dirty. I don't want it to start splattering all over everything. There. Okay. Okay, so that's done. It seems to be doing whatever it is I wanted it to do. Now where'd that come from? I didn't want you there. You got a little bit of a dark spot there, a run, a puddle. I'm not sure where it came from. There's nothing here to puddle up. The board was bleeding. Alright, let me put this for now over here on the wood stove.